That background report brings us to our discussion on war against drug abuse. I'm now joined by the Deputy Commander of Narcotics in charge of counseling and rehabilitation, NDLEA, Enugu State Command, Mr. Ibezim Ako Ogunwa. Good afternoon and welcome to Panorama, sir.
Thank you for having me.
All right, let's get started. In your assessment, what is the current state of drug abuse in Enugu State, and what specific surveillance tactics has the NDLEA found most effective in addressing the evolving patterns of drug-related activities?
NDLEA, like a very practical and pragmatic organization, will tell you from the team adopted this year, said the evidence is clear. Invest in prevention. What we're trying to tell you is that we are trying to cut off supply, trying to reduce demand, because if there is no demand for a product, do you think that product will sell? Nobody will request for it. So what we have looked at the prevailing issues, and we have hit the ground running. You will agree with me that the spades and rising demand reduction that my state commander, Abel Sunu Wadahi, commander of narcotics, what he has done in Enugu is not only his own initiative, but a transformation and a continuation of what the Honorable Chairman Chief Executive has implanted in the officers. He has implemented a 5-year program that we should reduce drug use, drug demand. That way the traffickers will not see market for them. And the question you asked me about the drug situation in Enugu is what we are urging His Excellency, the miracle working governor, to key into. Because unfortunately, the drug situation in Enugu is on the high. Extremely alarming. Recent statistics have shown that not less than 13.6 youths are actively involved in drugs. And that tells us that close to 400,000 youths in Enugu are engaged in drugs actively. And for me, I'm not playing the ostrich, and I'll ask every well-meaning person to look at this as a problem, because it transforms into the increasing rates of crime in the state.
Why is it impossible to eradicate it totally in Nigeria?
It's just like telling me you eradicate stealing, you eradicate prostitution. These things are as old as mankind. So for me to tell you now that we're going to eradicate drug trafficking totally, even America that has been battling, they are still seeing the issue as a problem. Like you see the issue with Mexico now, that the president is saying they want to seal up the place so that even Mexicans will not find their way into. And if I tell you that we will eradicate totally, that means I'm not only deceiving myself, I'm deceiving the public.
Why is it impossible, in spite of the ongoing effort towards this fight?
I did not say it's impossible. What I'm saying is that we are hitting the nail on the head. Now, before the chairman came in, the staff strength of the personnel nationwide were not up to 5,000. And the staff strength of police officers in Enugu State, they are close to 11,000, if I'm not mistaken. Now, the chairman has come in and has made an effort to employ and train with our collaborators close to 10,000 youths, removing unemployment from some homes. And that transforms to like 15,000, not more than 15,000. And what is the population of Nigeria? We are hitting 200, if not more. So look at a situation where 15,000 persons are trying to control and eradicate drug with 200 million people. And the technique we are using, I think, is, for me, thumbs up for the organization, because we are using covert and intelligence-led operations to combat these things. Like you see, the level of arrest at the airports, seaports, and I am not very sure, the tons, that from the report of my commander, I was hearing tons, and for me it's a wow. In Enugu State, I know some kilograms of methamphetamine have been arrested from the entry points of this state. And it is something the government needs to aid us to work more and achieve better results.
All right, before we let you go, what are the major obstacles to implementing and maintaining effective surveillance programs in the zone, and what are the strategies developed to overcome these challenges you pointed out?
What we will need is for people to come forward with information. Is that families should report their children when they see them into vices, and that the government should make an effort, because right now the State Drug Abuse Control Committee has not been set up in the state, and by the time it is set up, it will trickle down to local government drug abuse control committees. The local government drug abuse control committees is being headed by the local government and the wives and interested people, opinion leaders, politicians. So by the time that trickles down, it will help us in getting the dealers and the drug kingpins.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Ibezim Ako. Thank you for joining us on Panorama.